All right. So, welcome to day one of Sodarshan Chakra Kriya. This is a really magnificent Kriya is a word that means like a cleansing action or a complete action. The root of it is karma. The KR word in Sanskrit is sort of like the action of the soul. It's not just a typical action we do, like driving a car or completing a task. This is something that aligns our sort of karma and our doing in a way that serves the soul. So, in a lot of spiritual traditions, there's sort of the karma of action that's unconscious or that is coming from past desires or that is coming to fruition because the circle has to complete in a sense. And um, I remember in my teacher training this like really deep imagery of a seed, and that seed is needs to like bloom in a sense. And some seeds are still underground, and other seeds are in the process of blooming. And some seeds are like bearing fruit, right? Things are coming to fruition, good or bad, what have you. So it's interesting because this practice works very much on the navel center, and there's a pumping action there. And that is directly linked to the third chakra, which is very much linked to action and the sense of will to act in a way that is going to move our ego forward, ego linked to desire and whatnot. So I see this practice as kind of clearing karma that is ready to be cleared. And when I was studying in my training, this was one of those practices that we had to do. Like, you got to do this 40 days. It was sort of this like foundational Kriya of commitment so that we could develop the teacher aspect because it does that as well. It develops the sort of consciousness of detached, compassionate awareness so that you can sort of see what's happening and understand it from a perspective of wanting to give um, the correct medicine for your own life or for others. And not that we necessarily have the authority to give others, um, unsolicited advice, but in the position of like teacher over our own lives. So without further ado, let's just take a second to drop in. It's day one. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or take a moment to just anchor into this time and space that you're in. Maybe looking around the room, receiving a few deep breaths to create space in your body. Just know we're beginning a journey that is um, very direct and consistent, right? We're doing the same thing, but you may be changing on that journey. So, this place to check in with yourself every day and to feel the transformation of showing up and evolving your expansion, your capacity. and also grappling with resistance. Softening the body to allow rest. Tune in. We always begin with a little bit of mantra. This is one of gratitude. Gratitude to the creative consciousness in sound, in prana, life force. Gratitude to our ancestors, the thousands of great grandparents that it took to bring you here. Gratitude to all the teachers in our lives, all the supporters, the guides. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. We'll chant that 3 times. Big breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo. Om and taking a few breaths here to just stretch into your spine. Any way that feels nourishing for you this morning. So the body is the canvas, and the movement is really preparing us for the paint of pranayama. We're going to go fully onto that metaphor. So just kind of feeling out what spaces need some extra movement, stretching here. Cat cow if you'd like. So this is very much tied to Agni and fire, this practice, because it deals with pumping the navel so much. So we're stirring up a sort of internal heat. And you might feel this in your practice. I had a specific experience with this Kriya where it was also hot. It was summer, but the heat was like a very potent energy, and I could feel it moving up my spine. It was like a Kundalini rising experience, if you will. So this is like very much a visceral practice of moving Shakti or prana energy up the spine from the base up and then letting it come back down. So we're just cycling energy through this sort of superhighway of Sushumna Nadi / the vagus nerve. And I think the science of the vagus nerve and the spiritual or subtle anatomy of the Sushumna Nadi and the chakras kind of overlap. And they show us that there is this coherence between the body and the brain that is physical, and also a deeper spiritual energy that creates receptivity between my consciousness and my body and my doing, and what I'm already doing that maybe needs to be interrupted or you want to interrupt, and the consciousness that is like kind of observing and guiding and hoping that eventually you kind of switch and break the cycle. And that can be very difficult, but we're establishing a frequency here through mantra. So our minds are grounding into the sound current of Wahe Guru. And Wahe Guru is an invitation in the higher awareness, in the teacher aspect of our consciousness, and the knowing of what is a deeper wisdom to come and interact with our choices. So Waheguru is a mantra that it's sort of like a celebration of the light of truth. So we're breaking that up into three parts, Wa, He, Guru. And the navel is going to move with each part. So we'll be inhaling through the left nostril. So you seal the right nostril, inhale through the left nostril. You hold the breath. And when you hold the breath, be mindful not to strain your neck or your upper shoulders, right? So it's a slow, sort of gradual filling up. So the breath is held in the upper chest. You can even lift the chest to feel that physically. Really being mindful not to strain. You want to keep the chin down. And as you hold the breath, you're going to move the navel towards the spine, Wa, He, Guru, and release. So that's 16 rounds of that, or 48 pumps, and then exhale out the right nostril. So this is a little intense, advanced. If it's too difficult for you to do this right off the bat, that's totally fine, completely normal that it takes time to build up. So just be mindful of that and give yourself grace to build it up slowly, right? So inhaling through the left nostril, holding the breath, pumping the navel 3 times, repeating it 16 times, and then exhaling out the right nostril. So we're holding the breath for quite a long time. And what that does is start to expand our capacity for receiving prana and using the prana that we have, right? So obviously no new breath is coming in. The body is processing all of that. And there's also a resistance to the CO2, right? So the lack of fresh oxygen, we're sort of becoming very efficient at working with what we've got. So before we jump in, let's just do some simple breath of fire. We're very chatty this morning. Curl the fingers in, reach the thumbs out, bring the arms up to 60 degrees and stretch the arms straight, draw your chin back. Close your eyes and roll your eyes so you're looking upwards. And just feel this stretch open of your arms, the space you're taking up. And then we'll begin breath of fire. Inhale, exhale through your nose. And powerful, rapid inhale, exhale. Five. And inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Bring your thumb tips to touch, fingers reach up, hold the breath. Exhale, slowly relax the arms down, feeling that space around you and within you expanding. Settling into this fresh energy. So there really is a profound link in sound and consciousness. And by giving ourselves the opportunity to imbibe this sort of maybe untouched sound, right? Maybe you've never worked with this mantra before or mantra in general. By introducing this into our sort of like sphere of consciousness, maybe we're not completely aware of what's in the tape of our minds, but hopefully this will sort of open up a little bit of a field of like, okay, I have like an anchor to come to when the thoughts are unhelpful, perhaps, or just an anchor for, right, this meditation for the mind in these 20 minutes. So you're mentally repeating the mantra as you do the breath. There's a lot of things happening here. There's a drishti is the tip of the nose. So the eyes are gazing downwards. The mantra is Waheguru. And then, of course, we have the inhale through the left, pumping of the navel, exhale out the right. So I'm going to demonstrate just off the bat. And there's a track, there's a song with this. So you can hear how the inhale is invited because the music is sort of going upwards in the scale. And then the mantra's playing and it'll play 16 times Waheguru. And then you'll hear the music, the instrumental on the down scale, and that's when you're exhaling. So I'll just demonstrate one round here for y'all. So we're going to inhale through the left nostril, hold the breath in the upper chest, pumping the navel. Yes, I can move the camera. There we go. And pardon my Jimi Hendrix shirt, or not pardon, but so inhale. Exhale. There's two ways you can do the pumping. You can just pump the navel like this. So, or in the progressive 3-part, where you're pulling it further and further back. That might be a little more like tricky or difficult to get at first. Try it out. I find it really kind of, yeah, more power in terms of like control of your navel. So if you don't do any work with your diaphragm or your navel like this yet, let's just try. Place your hand on your belly and then suck your belly button in towards your spine and then let it go. And just do that a few times. Suck it in and let it go. Pull it in and let it go. Pull it in and let it go. And now inhale, hold your breath, and do the same thing. And then, so this is going to really wake up a lot. There's sometimes a lot of emotion stored here. So just know that's okay. Again, if you're feeling overwhelmed or dizzy or like, oof, this is too much, exhale, take a break, pause, and then try again. So I'm not very into giving up, but um, sometimes just pausing and breaking and sort of letting your body adjust because things are happening, things are changing, and that's not a bad thing, but sort of just an invitation to acknowledge and hold space for what is happening so you can sort of appreciate your efforts, right? It's a beautiful thing to try something new if this is new for you. So pause if you need to. All right, I'm going to demonstrate one round with the music and then we'll start over together. Start it again. So inhale through the left, you start immediately. Good. So hopefully you hear there the change in the music a little bit, right? So between your exhale and then that next inhale, there's that change from the down of the instrumental to the up. So that's where you go exhale and then it starts to climb again and then switch inhale left. So it's always the same. Inhale left nostril, hold, exhale right nostril. Once your exhale is done, close the right, inhale through the left. Okay, I hope you're still with me. And does anyone have any questions before we start?
If we can't do the whole 16, we just like do an inhale, exhale, regular reset, and then inhale again and start.
Yeah, so if you're like holding and there's too much, you can exhale out the right nostril and then just like take a second, breathe naturally, and then begin on the next round.
And while we're doing it in between each, like when we finish the exhale, do we go straight back into inhaling the other side ideally and not take a reset breath?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, so it's like back to back.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the full practice. Of course, if you're like holding the breath and you're just developing that capacity and you need to exhale or you're feeling like it's too much pressure or strain, we never want that. No strain, no pressure, then exhale, let it go. And we're just starting to develop that lung capacity. So take it slower, and that's okay. And the eyes are down looking at the tip of the nose. So that's another thing that might take some getting used to. It might feel like weird in your forehead or behind your eyes. There's a little pressure that's happening there on the ocular nerve, and that is creating communication, right, to pineal pituitary glands, to the hypothalamus. The whole brain is sort of like, oh, we're focusing. And that strengthens prefrontal cortex. It said that this practice sort of like restructures the personality in a way that serves us, right? If we've got like things that are skewed for whatever reason, no judgment, but also like, okay, this is a cleanup a little bit. So, all right, you can do it. Let's do it together. And um, if you have any questions or need anything, periodically kind of like throw an eye to the chat. So feel free to write something there. Otherwise,
Excuse me, before we get started, would you consider cueing us for the
yeah,
exhale and then the inhale,
sure.
just so that we understand how that correlates with the music change?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Thank you.
good idea. Thanks for sharing. Okay. So let's start with an exhale, emptying out the lungs, filling the navel back, seal the right nostril, begin inhaling through the left. Slow, big breath. Filling belly, lungs, chest, hold the breath, navel. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale left. Exhale right nostril. Inhale left. All right. Inhale left. Inhale left. Inhale left. Keep going. Deep breath. Good. Exhale. And now breathe in through both nostrils. Hold the breath. Exhale, release, stretch your arms up and shake. Shake all the parts of your body. Shake, 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 shake everything. Just spreading the energy. Shake off anything that came up today that's ready to be released. Keep breathing, keep shaking. Shake your legs, shake your toes, tailbone. And then relax and rest for a moment and just take this all in, meditate here. Just feeling what's present. Knowing that as we begin new things, we get new perspectives on ourselves. Space is now created for intuition, perhaps to be heard again. Retraining parts of ourselves to better align with subconscious impulses, to align subconscious impulses with the soul versus past karma. I just want to share a little bit commentary on this practice. According to Tantra Shastras, this can purify past karma and the subconscious impulses that may block you from fulfilling you. The personal identity is rebuilt, giving the individual a new perspective on the self. It retrains the mind. It balances all the 27 facets of life and mental projection and gives you the pranic power of health and healing. It establishes inner happiness and a state of flow and ecstasy in life. It opens your inner universe to relate, co-create, and complete the external universe. It balances the teacher aspect of the mind. It acts on all the other aspects like a mirror to reveal their true nature and adds corrections. You act as a human being, not just a human doing. If the teacher aspect is too strong, you risk a spiritual ego, which becomes too attached to the ability to detach and to be above normal struggles. When the teacher aspect is too weak, you can misuse your spiritual and teaching position for personal advantage. When balanced, the teacher aspect is impersonally personal. It starts with absolute awareness and a neutral assessment from that awareness. The teacher uses intuition to know directly what is real and what is a diversion. You respond from the neutral mind beyond the positives and negatives. You're clear about the purpose and the laws of each action. A complete teacher is not an instructor. The teacher is the expression of infinity for the benefit of all. You master non-attachment so that you are simultaneously in all your activities and not of them. Treat the practice with reverence and increase your depth, dimension, caliber, and happiness. It gives you a new start against all odds. This meditation cuts through all darkness. It will give you a new start. Cuts through the barriers of the neurotic or psychotic inside nature. When a person is in a very bad state, techniques imposed from the outside will not work. The pressure has to be stimulated from within. This Kriya invokes the Kundalini to give you the necessary vitality and intuition to combat the negative effects of the subconscious mind. What came through for me with this was, that teacher aspect is the intuition, and a good teacher will not give advice that cannot, or teachings that cannot be received more than once, right? If they see I gave you a teaching and the person doesn't take it, it's of no use to continue. So in that same way, it's like the intuition, right? We don't listen to the intuition sometimes. We've all been there, and that voice quiets, and then we're like not connected to it anymore. So I feel that this creates that space for intuition to come forward again, and also the energetic resource to act in alignment with that. So I hope you feel the power of this. Any questions? Anything you'd like to share as you have gone through this today?
That was very tricky for me. I
Yeah,
would get one part of it down and then I'd be like, oh yeah, I lost my drishti. Let me get that. And then the breath would go away. So that was a little tightrope there. I like it.
sweet. Yeah, a lot of going on, lots happening. Mm.
Yeah, agreed. And the other one was my shoulders. Like they kept creeping up to like to my ears. One
Yeah.
more thing.
I noticed that this is the first time I'm doing this practice. I noticed that instead of wanting to exhale, I wanted to take a little bit more of an inhale
Mm.
before releasing the breath, that like it just hadn't finished. It took a minute getting into the rhythm and kind of the music of it to and just the rhythm of it to find the correct pattern.
Mhm.
Because it was, yeah, but really, I'm really enjoying it. I'm grateful for this. Thank you. I'm really glad that I found this. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, you hit on something there, Jessica. The pattern. It's like establishing a new pattern in the rhythm of our breathing and the navel. Um, I was just speaking with someone who's like, something needs to change in my life. And I was like, well, you just got to make the opposite choices, maybe like a complete 180. And I feel that with this practice, it's like that sort of wedge that interrupts those things that need changing, and it kind of wedges in a new pattern just a little bit in the morning.
Hmm. That's my other question is, do you suggest for these 40 days just doing it in the morning, or if we feel called to try it again during the day, or
That's
do you think it's better to just be consistent?
Yeah, try it again. If you feel that calling to do it during the day, a second time, for sure, do it. If you can't make it in the morning, you could only do it just, yeah, whatever works in terms of your schedule. But, ideally, same time every day is great for just kind of starting the day. But I know schedule wise, it's not easy for everyone to do 9 a.m. Eastern, which I get that. And as we had a break, I was like, oh, 7 a.m. Central would be ideal, which
Yeah,
is,
that's where I'm at, so it works for me. But I also meditate with another group, and it's kind of a strange open meditation where they don't really give much instruction. And so I've been working with like, 4-part breathing or sky breathing techniques, and I'm like, and she says I don't know. I don't really, there's not much instruction. So I'm like, I use it for a time to try different things. So I think I'm going to just stick with this during that meditation as well.
Yeah, these are very really specific. They're like recipes, these kriyas, these practices, and they're a combination of these things because, yeah, I'm just like super grateful to be on the receiving end of all these teachings and to play with them and share them. And one thing I just wanted to specify with the eyes, really keep them open. I was told that if you close the eyes with this, you're going to see crazy things. And it's like, I don't know, all the things that you're kicking up, maybe. But yeah, try it
Well,
for
it's really powerful. I don't think I did it. I'm very grateful for the process of learning. I don't know that I did all of it correctly, of course, but I'm grateful for the process. I'm forgiving myself for not being perfect the first time, and I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, that is definitely a part of this. It's not going to come right away for those who are doing it the first time, or at least not without a little struggle. So, or learning, it takes a little getting used to, more so than other things in terms of pranayama.
I found the eyes to be the hardest part because I kept wanting to close them and
Yeah.
having to remind myself too. Like I'm assuming when we're looking down at the tip of the nose, it's not like hard, intense eyes. It still's like soft to try to look.
That's what I try to do, yes. And especially if it's your first time, more than looking is lowering the eyelids, almost like you're just kind of dropping, softening them down.
Hmm.
That helps to sort of lock in without that extra sort of strain.
Okay. And then energetically now my whole body feels much more alive, which is great. Did we do this a couple years ago?
Yes. Mhm. Yeah.
Was it the same or slightly different?
Same practice.
Cool. And then, oh yeah, I was going to ask that too. Are we supposed to eat? Are we allowed to eat before or?
Yeah, I mean, any pranayama, any practice like this, especially with the navel, it's best not to eat before. And certainly up to 2 hours is ideal. So doing it first thing in the morning is like perfect.
And then, will you record a shorter version tomorrow?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, if you're still with us.
I have a quick question, one more. I can't really see your full body, so I sometimes these little specifics I get tripped up over. When you are shaking out your body, are you standing or sitting?
I'm
Just when
sitting.
you're
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, because I was like, should I be getting up?
Feel like it. Absolutely. Sure.
Okay.
Shake every part of your body, but I think it, it might be just a little tricky standing up after this right away. So just kind of taking a second and then maybe standing up, not leaping up. It's not ideally we're all able to handle that, but yeah. Or you
Okay.
just straighten your legs out and kind of shake them on the ground.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, y'all. Any other last thoughts or questions?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Don't give up.
Thank you.
And I'll post this recording. Have a
Thank
wonderful Sunday. Oh, we usually tune out. Sorry. Okay, let's close. Just let's take a moment, honor your experience, your efforts. Mantra Satnam, truth is my essence, reminding us that we're spiritual beings on this human experience. Satnam. Peace to all, love to all, light tall. Thank you.